So by now, most of you have probably heard the rumor that Ben Affleck is completely dropping out of the DCEU. He wants nothing to do with it. Now, like I said, this is a rumor. Nothing is confirmed about it, so none of this could be true. We don't know. My personal thoughts on this are that I don't think it's true. I don't think he's going to drop out. But if he did, it wouldn't surprise me because he seems to have no enthusiasm whatsoever for Batman. Just in every interview I've seen, he doesn't seem to care about it at all, like even prior to the backlash to BVS, but even more so after. Like, he never really seemed really into it, whereas if you look at like someone like Henry Cavill in interviews and stuff, he seems to really be into the character of Superman and loves playing him. But Ben Affleck never really seems to have that enthusiasm, like, ever. So if he did drop out, wouldn't surprise me, but that being said, I don't think he will. But nonetheless, it is still fun to speculate about things like this, like what would happen if he does drop out. So today I'm gonna be talking about what I think DC should do if he does drop out. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, if I'm WB, I go to Ben Affleck, I'm like, hey, this sucks that you're dropping out, but how about this? We give you a crap ton of money to appear in one more movie so we can explain you away. Because it's not like recasting Katie Holmes in Dark Knight. It's not like that. This is a much bigger deal, recasting Batman. So instead of doing that, you just do one movie to where you explain why he's gone. So to me, what you do is you introduce Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke, and you have that Deathstroke kill Batman. I think that'd be really interesting and be such a badass intro for Deathstroke, having, hey, the first movie he appears in, he kills Batman. That would be awesome and it would make sense, and especially since Ben Affleck wants out, it'd be a great way to get to kill Batman without him going out like a punk, because Deathstroke is definitely a threat that could kill Batman, and so I think it would be really cool to have him come in and kill Batman his first appearance. I think that'd be awesome and such a great way to introduce the character. Now, to me, what they should do is introduce Nightwing in the beginning of the Batman movie and introduce him sort of like how they did in Under the Red Hood in both the comic and the movie, how him and Batman are like taking down a threat, and you see that they're buddies, and through that they sort of like explain through conversation that he was the first Robin, because not everyone that's just like a fan of the Batman movies knows that Nightwing was Robin. Not everyone knows this, but a lot of people do. So you can just explain it through conversation. You don't have to necessarily do a flashback or anything like that. Just have it be like, oh, when you were Robin, you did this, blah blah blah, whatever. Just explain it through that and establish their friendship, and then by the end we see why Nightwing would take over. And so yeah, I think that would be pretty cool how to do it. Obviously that's not very in-depth about it, but yeah, so basically introduce Nightwing in as a friend, a longtime friend of Batman, the fact that Batman did raise him, and have Nightwing take over as Batman after Deathstroke kills him, because he sees that there does need to be a Batman in Gotham, and that's to me how to do it. Now, who would I personally cast as Dick Grayson? I would love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think he is the absolute perfect pick for it, but obviously he can't be Dick Grayson since he was in Dark Knight Rises as a Dick Grayson type character. So yeah, that really sucks. I hate that because I think he would be the absolute like perfect casting. He looks like him. Joseph Gordon-Levitt can pull off that type of character great. He definitely has acting chops for it, but he won't be able to because of Dark Knight Rises. That takes him out of the running for Dick Grayson, so that really sucks. Now, since Joseph Gordon-Levitt can't be Dick Grayson, sadly, let's talk about some other actors. I think Garrett Hedlund would be a good choice. Personally, he's my choice for Oliver Queen because I think he looks just like him, but he is young enough to be Dick Grayson. He's 32 years old, so he's like, I think it's like 12 years younger than Affleck. So that's, yeah, he's definitely got the age, and I think he kind of looks like, I think he would be good. I haven't really seen him play a Dick Grayson type character, but I do think he could pull it off. Someone else I would love that could definitely pull it off would be Ryan Gosling. Now, he's only 8 years younger than Affleck, but I still think that's young enough since, you know, this Batman's supposed to be, I believe, like older than Affleck actually is, because Affleck's like 44, but I think Batman's supposed to be like 50 or 52 or something like that in the DCEU. So this definitely works for Ryan Gosling being a older Dick Grayson since Batman's so old in this universe, because Ryan Gosling's like 36 years old. So yeah, he can definitely pull off that character, I think, perfectly. I think acting wise he could nail it. He does look kind of like Dick Grayson, not exactly, but a little bit. And then someone else that I'm like not too keen on, but I'd be fine with, be Jake Gyllenhaal. Again, acting chops could definitely do it, but I think he'd be a good pick, but definitely not my first pick. Now that casting's out of the way, let's talk about some stories they could do, because there are years worth of great Dick Grayson Batman stories, just amazing stories, because Dick Grayson was Batman in the comics for a good bit, and we got some amazing amazing stories. My personal favorite Batman story of all time is Batman the Black Mirror, which is a story where Dick Grayson is Batman, and I just love it so much. And if David Fincher made an adaptation of this, that would be amazing. I feel like it's just the absolute perfect book for Fincher to adapt to the big screen, and it would be awesome. And if Ben Affleck drops out and we get Dick Grayson as Batman, this would be just the perfect opportunity to do it and get people really energized for the franchise, because a lot of people have doubt for the DCEU, and rightfully so, because of the fact that BVS and Suicide Squad weren't very well received. So with having Fincher being the director on the new Batman movie and having it being a fan favorite story like the Black Mirror would really rejuvenate the franchise and have people like, oh yeah, definitely into this, I can't wait. They got a great filmmaker on it, and if you cast someone great, that would definitely help as well. And yeah, I just feel like it would definitely drive hype up, because the DCEU is sort of in the phase of dying before it starts, because there are so many bad rumors about it. Everyone's like, oh well, Wonder Woman's a wreck apparently. That's a rumor though, again, nothing proven there, but still there's all these rumors that Wonder Woman's a wreck and that Ben Affleck one's out, and it's just all this stuff that's like really has people dying down about the DCEU. If you get David Fincher attached to a Batman movie, instantly gets people back up to be like, yep, I am so in for that, I can't wait. And again, if you make it Black Mirror a fan favorite book, that would definitely get like the hardcore DC fans really into it as well. But Black Mirror isn't the only good Dick Grayson Batman book. There are tons of others, like Paul Dini had a great run on Streets of Gotham, which I absolutely loved. And then you have Grant Morrison's legendary run on Batman Robin, where Damian Wayne was Robin. That's amazing. You also have some other stuff like Gates of Gotham, which was a book written by Kyle Higgins and Scott Snyder, which was sort of about like the people who built Gotham, and I think that would be a really interesting story to tell, and that involves a lot of the Bat family. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, there are just tons, again, years worth of great Dick Grayson Batman stories that can be told here. And yeah, I just feel like if you do get rid of Ben Affleck, it's not the, well, I mean, if he wants to drop out, it's not the worst thing in the world, because it does open up a whole new avenue that would get a lot more people excited as well and get back into it and get really excited about everything. Like having Dick Grayson as Batman in the DCEU and having Deathstroke like kill Batman would have people really excited, and definitely something different from Marvel. Anyways, yeah, killing Batman definitely be a gutsy move. Having Dick Grayson take the role as Batman would definitely be something new and fresh and open up a whole new avenue of all these different stories you could tell. Having Fincher attached to the Batman movie would drive up hype huge, and just, yeah, I feel like this could definitely help the DCEU if he does drop out, if done right, if they don't just panic and be like, oh no, what do we do? Let's just recast Batman. That would be stupid. But yeah, if they play their cards right, this could be amazing and a good thing for the DCEU. So yeah, please let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this whole thing? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not going to happen? If it does happen, how would you like DC to handle it? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, this is my passion, but I never thought it'd pay the rent. Yeah, nobody tapping like I do, they don't envision it. I don't want my motive to be the money, creating like I'm so hungry. They looking right at me funny, cause they don't really get it. They don't flex, they ain't blessed, they just rest. They don't stress like I do, they don't test like I do.